Okay. Yep. So you have to be a bit faster. Yep, that's right. So a lot of people, they are just commenting on the chat box is winner never quits and the quitter never wins. Yeah. Thank you, Parvesh. Shirazum Munira said the quitter never wins. Yeah, that's right. And Hahin Alam said winner never quits. So just try to have the right spelling, Shahin Alam. Other than it's quite good. And the quitter never wins. Quit means give up, right? So winner, Abdul Rashid said, winner never quits and the quitter never wins. Excellent, excellent. Imru said the quitter never wins. Okay. And the winner never quits. So that's the two sentences I would like to see from you. Arifullah said winner never quits and the quitter never wins. Okay. The next question I'm going to ask you, and give me the honest answer. Do you believe this? Be honest. Just answer me in the chat box. Do you believe this? The winner never quits and the quitter never wins. So I'm gonna remind a few people. So probably have heard about the KFC, right? So he was a chef. He worked his whole life to the restaurant and he tried to sell his recipe, right? And finally he got his KFC, right? So that means he's the winner. So he believed in himself and he never ever gave up. That's why he won. And type me some of the names, you know, like KFC. I mean, they tried so hard, and at the end, they never ever gave up and they won. Type in the chat box. I'd like to see if you know some people who worked so hard. It was not easy to win, but they kept doing it, and finally they won. Right? So yeah, that's right. So this is the all about the life. This is the lesson we need to take from those sort of people. So a lot of people are saying Elon Musk, Jack Ma, Bill Gates. That's right. That's right. So they are the winners, right? So they never ever quit. That's the attitude we got to have. I would say that's the mental attitude you have to have. So all you got to do, you have to be very positive, and you have to have some sort of tough mental attitude that whatever it takes, I'm gonna do it. I never ever give up, and I'll do it. Okay. So Mahfouz said Nelson Mandela. Thank you. Thanks for sharing that. So as I promised you today, so after finishing this class, you'll be able to speak 80% whatever you want to speak, right? And I'm gonna prove at the end of this class. Now, before starting this class, I will ask you a question. So I know there are a lot of students who are very much interested doing IELTS and they would like to study abroad, either UK, US, or Canada, and they would like to settle there. So, you know, you are here at this point and you'd like to go there, right? So from India, Bangladesh, or Pakistan, if you'd like to settle in the UK, so what are the two main things you need to focus? Type in the chat box. What are the two fastest steps, or what are the two things you need to have? Type in the chat box. I'd like to see. What are the two most important things you need to have to achieve your dream? Type in the chat box. So Mira said, practice every day and be consistent. Okay. Anything else? Language proficiency. Okay. That means IELTS. Okay. Anything else? Hard working and focusing. Okay. Anything else? Practice and meditation. Okay. Anything else? Just keep commenting. I'd like to read your answer then. Okay. Everyday and industry practice. Okay. Practice and confidence, speaking and focus. Okay. Dedicated. Okay. Yeah, that's right. A good IELTS score. Okay. Anything else? Luck and confident. Okay. Anything else? Okay. technical and mathematical skills, okay, just hardworking, okay. Okay, so if you don't have the right information and if you don't have the right strategy, it will not take you anywhere else. So you need to have right information, proper guidelines. Am I right? So please type in the comment box what are the two most important things you need to have to succeed in your life, to reach your destination. So as a lot of people are saying about English proficiency, that means IELTS. I understand. Number one is IELTS, and number two is proper plan, proper information, guideline, right? So these are the most important thing. Yeah, that's right. So IELTS and proper guideline. Okay. So I would recommend you to again write down on the chat box. There are two most important things you need to have. Number one is information, and number two is IELTS. So if you have got proper information and if you have got IELTS, these are the most important things. So the first is information and the second is IELTS. So if you have got these two things, I would say you are in. You have started your journey to reach your destination, right? So if you're thinking that you are in Dhaka city and you'd like to come to London city, so your journey has been started. If you know and if you understand just only two things, you have to have right information and you have to have IELTS. If you have got two things, you are done, right? So that's why, yeah, please type in the chat box information and IELTS. So as these are the two important things, so that's why I'm gonna give two experts two classes. You're gonna have one class, you will get all the information, and the other class you will get all about IELTS. So what I'm gonna do, I'll request my head of international recruitment. Her name is Farhana Jahan. So she studied at Birmingham City University as well, and she studied advanced computer science in masters, and she's working with us as head of international recruitment. So if you'd like to study in the UK, US, or Canada, and wherever you start your journey, so you will meet her in a point. So I'll request her, probably I'll assign you one day. So what's gonna happen is one day she's gonna give you all the information, and there's gonna be one class counted as a class. For example, so at the end of the class, you get some sort of homework, and you do it, you submit it. It's the same way. So once she give you all the information, and at the end, she will give you a homework. So the question would be, what do you need to do to succeed in your life, or what do you need to do to study in your chosen university, or what do you need to do to study in your chosen course. So there's gonna be the homework, and after getting all the information, so you will organize your presentation and you will talk about 2 to 3 minutes, and this is how you're gonna get one class. And also you're gonna get a class from Steve Tulegan, British IELTS instructor. He's gonna give you all the information regarding IELTS, especially 4 modules and how to get a better score in IELTS. So once you have got two information, two things. Number one is all the information in one side and how to get a better score in IELTS exam. So I think then you have got the roadmap, right? And all you got to do, you just need to follow step by step. Step 1, step 2, step 3. So this is how you're gonna reach your destination. So we are here to help you. And now, as you typed on the chat box that the winner never quits and the quitter never wins. And you know what the next question I'm gonna ask you is, how many of you already gave up? I mean, you didn't submit your homework. So if you have submitted your homework, please type in the chat box winner. If you haven't submitted your homework, please type in the chat box quitter. I'd like to see. So if you haven't submitted your homework yet, please type in the chat box winner. And if you haven't submitted your homework yet, please type in the chat box quitter. So you submitted your homework, you are winner, and you didn't submit your homework, you are quitter, right? So as I'm going back to the same thing, the winner never quits and the quitter never wins. So you identify yourself, right? Who are you? Whether you are winner or whether you are quitter. So my recommendation is, if you haven't submitted your homework yet, at the end of the class, just do it, right? Record and just upload the video. And the second things I'd like to mention, so who has submitted their homework? Congratulations. Congratulations. So you have made your first attempt, right? And this is not easy. I do understand. I mean, a presentation, recording on the video and uploading to the Facebook group. I know a lot of things are talking behind that. I mean, what people are saying about my video and all that stuff, right? I shouldn't use any sort of slang language. I would say just freaking do it, right? And all you need to do is you need to follow my instruction. Don't worry about is good, bad, worse. Just do it. Once you start doing it, and you're gonna do better step by step, day by day. That's the thing. And now the second thing I'd like to share with you is, you have submitted your homework and you have watched lots of videos and you have already commented as well. And I watched a lot of videos. That was awesome. You have done really well. But I'm so sorry to say that a lot of people, I mean, encouraged you, motivated you, saying, awesome, thank you. You have done a great job. But you didn't reply back to them. You didn't say, you are most welcome. Thanks for encouraging me, motivating me. You didn't say that, right? So if I say thank you, what are you going to say in return? Type in the chat box. If I say thank you, I'd like to see. That's right. So you need to say, you are most welcome, and also thanks for encouraging me, motivating me, because your simple word that's gonna help someone's life entirely. So all I need from you is, please always reply back. Always reply. Once someone say outstanding, say thank you. Excellent, say thank you. Thanks for motivating me, encouraging me. So this is how you need to motivate each other. So all I want from you is, after ending this today's class, you must submit your homework. And I know you are not quitter. You are winner, I know. So all you got to do, you need to submit your homework and you need to watch 5 videos at least, and you need to comment. Everyone else, positive comment, right? I'm not telling you to find out the mistakes because you are not in that position, right? So just think about this. Just think about a baby, right? If you want a baby to walk and the baby started walking and probably they fall down, get up again and falling down. And if you say, hey, you made a lot of mistakes walking, it's funny, right? So this is the stage you are in. So if someone is trying to find out some mistakes, so thank you very much for finding out mistakes. I'll take care of it later on, right? But all I want from you is just leave the positive feedback, positive comments each other. So now what I'm gonna do, I'll take you to today's class. As I promised you, 80% you're gonna get after finishing this class. So are you ready? If you're ready, please type in the chat box READY. I'd like to see how many are ready for today's class, because I promise at the end of this today's class, you'll be able to speak 80%, right? So please type in the chat box READY. Okay, excellent. Excellent, thank you. Thanks. So all I'm gonna do, I'll get my presentation and just I'll follow through. Okay. So the great news is 80%, and here you go. So today's class is all about subject and verb. Very simple, subject and verb. And here, verb, I mean, verb 1 is present form, right? For example, speak, learn, listen, watch. So these are the verbs, is present form, and that's why we say verb 1. Can you please type in the chat box, what's the structure? The structure is subject plus verb 1. I'd like to see everyone else's comment. Please type in the chat box, subject plus verb 1. Subject plus verb 1. subject plus verb 1. Yeah, just type in the chat box subject plus verb 1. I see that a lot of people are raising their hand. Of course, I'm going to give you opportunity to ask me the question, and I'll be able to connect with you and I'll answer you. So please type in the chat box subject plus verb. That's the thing I want from you. Subject plus verb. Yeah, excellent, excellent. Thank you. So I know you are player, not a spectator, not viewer. So if you play here at the end, right? So you're gonna get a muscle, and this is how you're gonna develop your language. So here you go. So you know the subjects is I, we, you, they, he, she, it, Tony. And subject plus verb, for example, verb 1 is practice. So now I'm making a lot of sentences. So I practice, we practice, you practice, they practice, he practices, she practices, it practices, Tony practices. So when I say he, she, it, Tony, so I make a sound practices, right? So this is the only difference. So I practice, we practice, you practice, they practice, he practices, she practices, it practices, Tony practices. I don't like to put you a lot of jargon like grammatical stuff, because you know the grammatical rules and regulation. But when you speak, when we try to speak out faster, we make a lot of mistakes regarding the third person singular number. So you don't have to memorize them, but if you follow this structure and if you just follow some hints and tips, you'll be able to speak correctly. So again, all I want from you is to give me a lot of sentences. How are you gonna give me a lot of sentences? If I say 3, 2, 1, go, you should start from I practice, we practice, you practice, they practice, he practices, she practices, it practices, Tony practices. So these are the sentences I want from you. Are you ready to give me all the sentences? If you are ready, please type in the chat box yes. I'd like to see how many of you would like to give me all the sentences. Okay, got it. Thank you. Thanks for sharing that. And the condition is you need to give me all the sentences using one breath, right? Don't take more than one breath, because we are trying to speed up. Probably a lot of you are struggling with fluency. If you follow my instruction exactly, you will see at the end of few classes, you'll get a lot of fluency. Yeah, that's right, is one breath. So what I'm gonna do, I will unmute yourself and I'll say 3, 2, 1, go. And you need to just unmute yourself and you need to start and need to give me all the sentences, right? So please unmute yourself. 3, 2, 1, go. Let's start.
I practice, you practice, they practice, you practice, we practice, Tony practice, he practices, Tony practice.
Can you please type in the chat box? Did you make it? Have you given me all the sentences using one breath? If you have given me all the sentences in one breath, please type in the chat box 1. If you have taken more than 1, please type in the chat box 2. How many breaths have you taken? Type in the chat box. 1 or 2. Yeah, got it. So this time, I'm gonna give you again the challenge. I know you are the challenger. You can make it. So what I'm gonna do, one more time, I will unmute yourself and I'll say 3, 2, 1, go. And you need to just give me all the sentences. Are you ready? If you are ready, please type in the chat box READY, ready. If you are ready, please type in the chat box READY. Okay, thank you. So all I need from you is to please unmute yourself. 3, 2, 1, go. Let's start. Okay, thanks a lot. So just you need to remember one thing. He practices, she practices, it practices, Tony practices. So what I'm gonna do, I'll change the verb, right? So I'll change the verb. So then I'm gonna put here speak. So this time you need to practice with this speak, but when it comes to he, she, it, Tony, he speaks, she speaks, it speaks, Tony speaks. So please unmute yourself and give me all the sentences. 3, 2, 1, go.
I speak, we speak, you speak, they speak, he speaks, she speaks, he speaks, Tony speaks, I speak, we speak, Tony speaks.
So now all I need from you is all I need from you is I need a volunteer, and I'd like to check whether you can make all the sentences using one breath or not. So Faiza Chaudhary, can you please unmute yourself and give me all the sentences?
I practice. Sorry, sir. I speak, we speak, you speak, they speak, he speaks, she speaks, it speaks, Tony speaks.
Excellent. Excellent. Can you please type in the chat box? Thanks, Faiza. Just type in the chat box. Thanks, Faiza. So next volunteer I'd like to get from Anjina. Can you please unmute yourself and give me all the sentences? Okay. Ariful Haq, can you please unmute yourself and give me all the sentences? Arif.
I speak, we speak, you speak, they speak, he speaks, she speaks, it speaks, Tony speaks.
Excellent. Can you please type in the chat box? Thanks, Arif. Okay, I need another volunteer. So Mr. Asim, can you please unmute yourself and give me all the sentences, Asim?
I speak, we speak, you speak, they speak, he speak, she speak, it speak, Tony speak.
Excellent, excellent. That means you practiced. So for the last time, we're gonna practice this structure, then we're gonna move on. So again, I'm gonna unmute all of you. All you need to do, you need to give me all the sentences using one breath, right? So I'm gonna give you a reminder and a warning as well. So, you know, we are building the tallest building in the town, but we're gonna start from step 1, first floor, second floor, third floor. So if you don't practice with me right now, and later on, once you jump in, you won't be able to keep up with us. So that's why I would say probably it's gonna be fun, it's gonna be easy for you, but it's still do it, right? Otherwise, you will see, you'll find it difficult, and then you're gonna jump up. So for the last time, I'm gonna request you, please unmute yourself and give me all the sentences using one breath, right? So get ready for practicing. So please unmute yourself. 3, 2, 1, go. Let's start.
I speak, we speak, you speak, he speak, she speak, it Tony speak, they speak.
Thank you. So how many breaths have you taken? Can you please type in the chat box? How many breaths have you taken? Okay, Mahfouz said one. Okay, excellent. Okay, thank you. So someone said, I have done it twice. I know one breath. Excellent. Thank you. Thanks for sharing that. So now, I'd like to put a bit emphasis here so that you understand. So when it comes he, she, it, Tony, we say he speaks, she speaks, it speaks, Tony speaks, right? He learns, she learns, it learns, Tony learns. So he listens, she listens, it listens, Tony listens. So this is how we practice this, just we put a sound. So that's for the clarification, and I know you do it. So now, what are you gonna do? We will learn how to speak, what do you speak every day? So if I ask you, what do you do in the morning? If I ask you, what do you do in the morning? So can you please type in the chat box? Don't make the whole sentences. Just type in the chat box 3 activities you do in the morning. So for example, for me, I get up, I brush my teeth, I take breakfast. So what I'm gonna say, just verb, get up, take breakfast, and brush. These are the 3 activities I do. So not 1, 3 activities. Type in the chat box, what are the 3 activities you do in the morning? So Naimur said, get up, brush, and breakfast. Okay, excellent. So what are the 3 things you do in the morning? Please type in the chat box. So get up, breakfast, pray. Okay, excellent. Get up, brush my teeth, take breakfast. Excellent. So 3 activities what do you do in the morning? Please type in the chat box. I'd like to see. Get up, say prayer, sleep again. Okay. Okay, excellent. Type in the chat box. I'd like to see everyone else comment. Don't be a spectator, right? Be player. Okay, excellent. 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 In the morning, okay, get up, brush, prayer. Yeah. So type in the chat box. What are the 3 activities you do in the morning? I'd like to see. I'd like to see. Okay, excellent. Excellent. Thank you. Thanks for sharing that. Thanks for participating. Okay, I need more participants. Okay, excellent. Excellent. So what I'm gonna do now, I know you share a lot of things. So these are the 10 activities we do in the morning. The question is, what do you do in the morning? And I'd like to hear from you 10 activities, right? So these are the 10 activities we do. So can you remember the structure? Subject plus verb. So subject is I. So if you ask me to make 10 sentences or 10 activities to share with you, then I'll say I get up early in the morning, then I brush my teeth, I help to make breakfast, and then I have a cup of tea. And usually I get ready for my office, and I go to downstairs, I start my car, I drive down to London, and I arrive at office at 10:30 o'clock. Then I talk to the manager and I give him the task, and then I take another cup of tea and I start doing my job, right? So these are the 10 activities I do when I go to the office. So if I ask you, what do you do in the morning? So all you got to do, you need to give me 10 activities. What do you do in the morning? So all I need from you is I will unmute yourself, and then everyone will answer me what you do in the morning. Before that, I'm not unmuting yourself, but I'm going to ask you and you need to answer me. So if I ask you, what do you do in the morning? So you need to be loud and you need to answer me. So everyone, please answer me. What do you do in the morning? So let's start. I get up early in the morning, then I brush my teeth, and then I make my breakfast, or I help to make someone else breakfast. Then I have a cup of coffee. Then I get ready to my university, whatever. Then I take bus, train, rickshaw, whatever you take. And I arrive at school, office, whatever you go. And then I start working, or I start studying, or I start joining the class, right? So this is how. So can you give me 10 sentences? If you can, please type in the chat box 10. I'd like to see how many of you can give me 10 sentences. The question is, what do you do in the morning? So if you can give me 10 sentences, please type in the chat box 10. I'd like to see how many of you can give me 10 sentences. What do you do in the morning? And I also recommend you to take a cup of tea or water when you come to the class, because it gives you a lot of energy when you drink something, right? So excellent. Thanks for sharing with me. So what I'm going to do, I will unmute yourself and I'll ask you a question. What do you do in the morning? So please unmute yourself. Unmute yourself. 3, 2, 1, go. Let's start.
I get up in the morning.
Make breakfast, have a cup of tea,
Have a cup of coffee, then I get ready for my office.
Ready for
and arrive to my office, and I do everything. I work and
Thank you.
University at 10 a.m.
So when I ask you, what do you do in the morning? So that means you need to tell me before 12 o'clock, right? Because after 12 o'clock, we say afternoon. So in the morning means before 12 o'clock. So the question was, what do you do in the morning, right? So how many sentences you have delivered? Type in the chat box. I'd like to see. How many sentences have you given me? Type in the chat box. Is it 10 or more than 10 or less than 10? Type in the chat box. I'd like to see everyone's comment. Okay, so 9, 10 plus. Okay, excellent, excellent. Thank you. Thanks for sharing that. So again, I'm saying you, so if you don't participate right now, so probably after a certain period of time, it's going to be very difficult to stay with us because you haven't practiced. So, you know, this is a different thing. One of my business mentor means teacher. So he said something, he said, you don't know until you have done it, right? So if I ask you, can you tell me 10 sentences, what do you do in the morning? Probably say, yeah, I can do it. But if you haven't done it, that means you don't know whether you can do it or not, right? So that means knowing means you got to do it. So now the next question I'm going to ask you is, what do you do in the afternoon? Give me 3 activities. Type in the chat box. What are the 3 activities you do in the afternoon? I mean, after 12 o'clock, what do you do? Give me 3 activities. As you have given me previously, you said, get up, brush, and take breakfast. So not 1, 9, 3 activities, right? What are the 3 activities you do in the afternoon? Okay. So lunch, sleep, shower. Okay, excellent. Take shower, prayer, lunch. Okay. Anything else? Give me 3 activities. What do you do in the afternoon? Excellent. Thank you. Thanks for sharing. Okay. So Johor prayer, lunch, go out for task. Okay. Okay. Excellent. Excellent. Thanks for sharing. So these are the activities you do in the afternoon, right? So, thank you. Thank you. Thanks for sharing. Thanks for sharing. Right. So now, these are the things usually we do in the afternoon. So if you ask me what do you do in the afternoon, I say I usually take lunch at 1 o'clock. Then I take rest for 5-10 minutes. Then I start working again. I leave office around 5 o'clock, and then I go to tea stall and I take a cup of coffee. Then I take a bus, and I drive down car, and I come back home around 7:30 or 8 o'clock. Then I refresh myself. I read out some books, and I usually finish my the pending tasks if I have got any. And this is how I do a lot of activities in the afternoon, right? So the same way, if I ask you, what do you do in the afternoon? So can you give me 10 activities? If you can, please type in the chat box, yes, I can. I'd like to see how many of you can give me 10 activities, what you do in the afternoon. So if you can, please type in the chat box, yes, I can. Okay. So Mira said, yes, I can. Rakib said, yes, I can. Ariful said, yes, I can. Okay. Sorry. I'm not sure why it's silent and it's connected with my what is called computer. That's it happening. However, it's absolutely fine. So these are the 10 activities you do. Okay, a lot of students are commenting still, yes, I can. I know you can, right? I know you're a winner, not quitter. So here you go. What I need to do, I'm gonna unmute yourself again, and you need to give me 10 activities. What do you do in the afternoon? So still, I'll ask you, and I'll keep muted, and then I'll unmute yourself, and I'd like to hear from you. So I'm asking you, what do you do in the afternoon? You need to answer me, right? So what do you do in the afternoon? Please start. I usually take lunch at 1 o'clock. Then I take rest for some time. Yeah, keep going. And then, yeah, and after that, okay, so usually I watch TV for some time. Okay, thank you. So now this time, what I'm gonna do, I'll unmute yourself. And are you ready? Are you excited to share with me what you do in the afternoon? If you're really excited, please type in the chat box, excited. I'd like to see how many of you are really excited to share with us what you do in the afternoon. So if you're really excited, please type in the chat box, excited. Okay, excellent, thank you. So now, please type in the chat box, excited, if you're really excited to share with us what you do in the afternoon. Okay, so please unmute yourself this time, and I'll ask you, and you need to give me answer, but make sure you unmute yourself, right? So please unmute yourself, and the question is, what do you do in the afternoon? Let's start.
So I have lunch this afternoon. I start at my
First, I leave my office,
Don't worry.
then reach my home by rickshaw. Lunch,
reaching my
Don't type.
my home
Watch TV, and after that,
just after taking rest, I pay my bill, and then I read some books, and then I
thank you. So I need a volunteer. So Miras, can you please unmute yourself and share with us what do you do in the afternoon?
Okay, first of all, what I do in the afternoon is I take my shower and then I take my medicines. Well, before telling you that how I take my shower, before that I go to my swimming classes and do my swimming there, and then I start studying, and before that I have my lunch. That's almost 5, and the sixth one will be I practice driving. And then I start studying again. I play games, I watch TV, and then I take some rest.
Okay, so Miras, how many breaths have you taken?
Maybe 2 or 1.
Okay.
1, 2, 3.
Okay, thank you. Thanks for sharing that. So our challenge is we're gonna give 10 sentences in one breath. So we're gonna go for that practice. So I need to have another volunteer. So Nipa, can you please unmute yourself and share with us what do you do in the afternoon? Give me 10 activities.
Assalamu alaikum. First of all, I take shower, then I say prayer. After that, I complete my lunch. Then I go to workout for 1 hour. After that, I return home. Then I say my prayer again.
Okay. Okay. Thanks for sharing. So still, I'm not happy with the practice you have done. So all I want from you is, if I ask you a question, so what do you do in the afternoon? You should start and keep going. Da, 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 da. And need to give me 10 sentences using one breath, right? Are you ready? Type in the chat box how many breaths you got to take. Just type in the chat box. I'd like to see 1. That's right. So again, I'm going to unmute yourself and you need to practice with me and give me all the sentences using one breath, right? So please unmute yourself. 3, 2, 1, go.
Well, I take my lunch, then I start my work because I always like to
Ready the lunch,
for
then have my mother and my dad. I lie down on
Then I watch some
Thank you. Thanks a lot. So now I'll ask you. So what do you do in the evening? Let's say after 5 or 6 o'clock, what do you do? So give me 3 activities. Type in the chat box. What are the 3 activities you do in the evening? Type in the chat box, please. I'm going to give you 30 seconds. Type in the chat box. What are the 3 things you do in the evening? 30 seconds, please type in chat box. What are the 3 things you do in the evening? So study, attend online class, and take dinner. Excellent. So also prayer, evening snacks, and walk. Excellent. Thank you. Type in the chat box. So take dinner, study, sleep. Excellent. Thank you. Thanks for sharing that. Pray, teach, nephew. Okay. Excellent. Thanks for participating. Prayer, study, evening snacks. Okay. Walk, study, dinner. Okay. Excellent. Reading books, take snacks, and gardening. Walking, drink tea, studying. Okay. Okay, so this is called parallelism. So if you say walking, studying, then drinking, so it all has to go ing, right? If you say without ing, just try to follow the parallelism. Okay, walking, go to your stall. So you need to say walk, go to your stall and study. Evening snacks, alone, walking alone and study. Okay, excellent. Thank you. Thanks for sharing that. So these are the 3 activities we do in the evening, right? So these are the activities you do in the evening. So now, if you ask me what I do in the evening, so I usually get together with my family, and then let me take it out. Okay, so then I once I arrive home, then I refresh myself and I take some snacks, and I help to cook my wife, then take dinner together and read books for some time, then chat with family members, and just I always love to take a look on tomorrow's plan and get ready to sleep and go to bed and sleep, right? So these are the 10 activities I do in the evening. So now I'd like to ask you, what are the 10 activities you do in the evening, right? So I'll ask you a question and you need to give me the answer, right? So 3, 2, 1, go. Please answer me. What are the 10 activities you do in the evening? Okay, let's start loudly. So I get together with my family, then take some snacks, and I help to cook my family members, then take dinner, read books. Yeah, keep going. And then I take a look on tomorrow's plan and get ready to go sleep and go to bed and sleep, right? So thank you. So now, if I ask you, what do you do in the evening? Can you give me 10 activities? If you can, please type in the chat box 10. I'd like to see. Yep, that's right. Thanks for sharing. Okay, so that means you can give me 10 activities. What do you do in the evening, right? So this time I'm gonna unmute yourself. Please unmute yourself. 3, 2, 1, go. So the question is, what do you do in the evening?
From my village, I
I get together with my family, take my snacks and
wash
face
myself
and
and
I
and rest.
I take dinner.
Instead of going to get some rest, I take something. I watch some cartoon
ready
movies
on the sleep and go to bed.
I
my mom cooking food, and then
Thank you. Thank you. So this time the challenge is in one breath, right? So do you think, can you give me all the 10 sentences using one breath? If you can, please type in the chat box 1. I'd like to see. I'm really curious. How many of you can give me 10 sentences using one breath? Yeah, just type in the chat box 1. Okay, so someone said, Jonathan said 2. Okay, that's fine. If you still need to take 2. So all I want from you is 10 sentences in one breath. So this time I'm going to give you the opportunity again, and you need to speak a bit loudly, and you need to give me all the sentences using one breath. Are you ready? If you're ready, please type in chat box READY. I'd like to see how many of you are really ready to give me 10 sentences using one breath. Type in chat box ready. Excellent, excellent, excellent. So I need you, someone like you who has got loads of energy and who knows how to play, participate, right, and crush. So okay, so this time I'm gonna unmute yourself. So please unmute yourself. 3, 2, 1, go. Let's start.
Get together with my family. I
Get
take
together.
take some
rest
rest. I
in
take
my
some rest and
room.
taking some rest.
I
I take some space. Then I
Family members say they are
stop and
ready to
my mouth
and ready to
and eat, breathe, and then I so I
ready to sleep. All of
take
how
a
to work.
bath.
Thank you. Thanks a lot. So how many of you have given me all the sentences using one breath? If you are that person, please type in the chat box me. Okay. I want to see how many of you have given me 10 sentences using one breath. Okay. A lot. A lot. Thank you. Thank you. Thanks for participating. So now all I want from you is this. So the question is, what do you do in the morning, afternoon, and evening? So that means if I ask you, what do you do every day? So you need to give me 10, 10, 10. So that means 30 sentences. And probably you can take 3 to 5 breaths. But what I want from you is 30 sentences. So please type in the chat box how many sentences I'm expecting from you. Type in the chat box. The question I'm going to ask you, what do you do in the morning, afternoon, and evening? And how many sentences am I expecting from you? 30, right? So this is the second class. And now you'll be ready to give me 30 sentences. Just enjoying the second class, right? Are you excited? If you're really excited, please type in the chat box, I am excited. I'd like to see how many of you are really excited to speak in the second class, and even not 1, 2, 10, 15 is 30 sentences you are ready to give me. So who is excited? Type in the chat box. You know, when I started learning English, I was really worried about learning English. Even I don't know how to make simple sentences. And when I started learning the sentences, and I started making a lot of sentences in my head, and I felt proud. Oh my God. Now I can express myself in English, and this is the ultimate smartness. So once I started speaking with someone else while I was staying home, that gives me that usually gave me a lot of credit. So this is the ultimate thing you are achieving right now. This is one of the skills, is most important skill you are learning right now. So the first thing is how to express yourself in English, and second thing is how to make video on the phone, and that's another skill. So, when I usually recruit employees from South Asian countries, even in London, Birmingham, Manchester, I usually take a look on their CV. I say, okay, I got your CV, you have works, this experience, that experience, those experience. Excellent. Will you be able to work with us? Excellent. Can you do this sort of things? Excellent. And the last question I ask is, this is the last and final question. If you say yes, I'm going to take you, otherwise not. And they take a pause and they ask me, so what's the question? I said, would you be able to go live on Facebook from our business page? So if you go to Hassle-Free Education, you see our lot of colleagues, because they go live. They don't have the script, right? They say the things from their heart, and they say how they can help you. And if the candidates say, no, I'm too shy, I have got lots of social media's anxiety, or I have got some sort of objection from my family and all that stuff, I say, I respect your opinion and I do understand what you're saying, but unfortunately this job is not for you, and they miss the job, right? And I just say no. So the first thing is the same way. Probably once you finish your education and you go somewhere else for a walk, probably they think like as I'm thinking right now as an employer. So once you go for the job, they'll ask you, can you speak in English? Put a tick. Can you do this sort of working hours? They put a tick. And the third thing they'll ask you probably, can you do the live on social media? If you say no, right? So this is the skill right now. So so what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to help you with two skills. Number one is how to speak in English, and number two, social media. So how to record a video and upload in the social media. Probably later on, I mean, I'm not sure, in the future, you're gonna give me a thank that, well, I was so shy for the social media. Even I didn't want to put my video on social media, but he forced me to do it and I did it. And now for this reason, now I feel free to go social media live, updating some sort of things. And for that skill, I received my job. I got my job. So can you please type in the chat box, social media is another skill. Type in the chat box. I'd like to see, and I'd like to make sure you know it, right? Please type in the chat box. Social media is another skill nowadays, right? So English is very, very important. And the second one is, I would say, social media, because if you go for the job, and every company is like a marketing media. So you got to have this skill, otherwise you can't grow. So I'm training you up for the second skill. That's the very, very important, is social media. So why haven't you submitted your homework yet? I don't understand. All you got to do is you need to submit your homework, right? So let's move forward. So the question is, what do you do in the morning, afternoon, and evening? So now, so this is the thing you do morning, afternoon, and evening. This is the thing you do, right? This is the thing you do in the morning, afternoon, and evening. So if I ask you what you do in the morning, so you should start with, can you remember in the last class, we have taught you how to start. So hi everyone, good afternoon. My name is Habib, and today I'd like to share with you what I do every day. I usually get up early in the morning, then I brush my teeth, I make breakfast, I have a cup of tea, then I get ready for office. I drive down to the office in London. Then once I go there, I have a small meeting with my manager. I delegate the job, and then I start working. Then around 1 o'clock, I have my lunch. Then I take rest for some time. Then I start working again. And I usually leave office at 6 o'clock, and I usually walk down to my car, and then I start driving down. I usually come home at 7:30. Once I come home, I refresh myself, and I see if something is pending, then I do and finish my job. And in the evening, I usually get together with my family. I take some snacks and I help my wife to cook. Then I take dinner and I read some books. I chat with my family members, and usually I take a look on tomorrow's plan and get ready to go to bed, and I sleep. Thanks for listening to me. So this is the presentation I want from you. So all you need to do, you need to give me 30 sentences, probably. Okay, I'm not counting how many breaths you are taking, but you should focus probably 3 to 5 breaths. And this is how I need to give a presentation. Are you ready? How many of you are really ready? Please type in the chat box, ready. I'd like to see how many of you are really ready to give a presentation, and you need to give me 30 sentences, and you need to start, and you shouldn't stop until you say, I go to bed and I sleep, right? So thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thanks for responding. So all I'm going to do, I will unmute yourself, and I would like to ask you the same question. So please unmute yourself. Please unmute yourself once I give you the notification and start speaking. So how many sentences you need to give me? Please type in the chat box. How many sentences you need to give me? Please type in the chat box. 30 or more than 30, not less than 30, right? So, okay, so someone said, no, don't settle down with 2025, right? Raise your standard. Don't go below. Always raise your standard. So say 30 plus, I would say, right? Don't go below 30. So all I want from you is 30 plus sentences, and you're going to start, and you never stop until you go to bed, right? So please unmute yourself. 3, 2, 1, go. What do you do every day? Please answer me.
I
Get
get
up
up in the
early,
morning and I brush
and
my
brush
teeth.
my
take
teeth.
exercise,
Then I take my
Then have a
breakfast,
cup
and
coffee,
take
have a cup of
for
tea,
my
get ready for
time
my
I
office
arrive
at
home. I have lunch
I have my lunch
and
and start
work.
work.
After that,
after that we start
I have a lunch. Then I
Refresh
take some
myself
rest.
once.
refresh
As I
myself.
challenge finish my work.
Take a bath.
Again, then I start cleaning.
After finish, I take food.
3 in
Finish
I leave my
and
office
Family members
then
leave. On tomorrow's
finish my
I return my home.
in the evening.
Then I refresh myself. I
I cook
rest.
my family
classes,
eat dinner.
Food.
Ready.
Then I go to my class.
After
home,
Then my
this up,
evening. In the evening,
Thanks a lot. Thanks for sharing that. So can you please type in the chat box? How many sentences have you made? Type in the chat box, please. How many sentences have you made? Yeah, 35. Thank you. Thanks for sharing that. All okay. 20. Okay, that means you need to work on it. Okay, in 2, 3 breaths. Okay, excellent. Thank you. So Mehrin said 20. Okay, you need to level up the game. Okay, so now before going somewhere else, I'd like to show you a magic, right? So today I'd like to share with you how to make more money. How to make more money. That's the thing I'd like to share with you right now. So now, can you please type in the chat box? Who'd like to make more money? Type in the chat box, me. I'd like to see how many of you would like to make more money. Please type in the chat box, me, M-E, me, okay? So, you know, a lot of people, they don't like to make more money. Probably they don't like to help themselves, their family members, friends, poor people, and all that stuff. So if you are someone else like me, who'd like to help personally myself, my family members, relatives, friends, my team, and other people who needs my help, right? So you can do it only if you make so much money in your life, right? So that's the question I'm asking. So if you'd like to help yourself, your family members, others, and the poor people, so you need to make more money. So how many of you would like to make more money? Type in the chat box, me. I can see only 3, 4 people. 5, I think 10. So please type in the chat box, me. I'd like to see how many people would like to make more money. Okay, got it. Thank you. Thank you. So how much money you want to make in a month? Type in the chat box. Just give me a number. It's a game. Just give me a number. Okay, 1 million in 1 month, right? Monthly, how much money? Give me a real figure. How much money you want to make in 1 month? So this is the scenario as well, you know, the difference between Asian and European people. So if I ask a kid in Bangladesh, India, or Pakistan, if I ask you how much money you want to make in your life, or how much money you want to make monthly, right? So probably, you know, Asian kid, they'll say 1 million, 2 million, zillion. But if you ask the same question to the, you know, European guys, European kid, they will think realistically. And they'll say probably, you know, 2,000 pounds per month or 2,000 euros per month. So give me the realistic number. How much money you want to make per month? Okay. So now, okay. So you said something. You said something 1 lakh, 2 lakh, 2 millions, right? So do you know how to make it multiple times? Probably double, triple down, 4 times, 5 times. Would like to know how to do it. I'm going to show you the magic. So whatever the amount you'd like to earn per month, do you know how to make it 3 times, 4 times, 5 times, even 10 times? Do you know? Do you want to know? Do you want to know? So let's say you're earning 50,000 taka, rupee, whatever it is, right? And do you want to know how to make it more? Multiple times, like double, triple down, 10 times, 5 times. Do you know how to make it? I'll show the magic, and this is real, right? So this is the answer. This is the answer. Earn in pound. Type in the chat box. Just write down the same expression I did. Earn in pounds. This is the answer. Earn in pounds. Type in the chat box. Earn in pounds. So let's say if I earn in pounds, so I think you have got some ideas. How much is in your currency in 1 pound? So type in the chat box. How much in Bangladeshi taka or Indian rupee or Pakistan rupee in 1 pound? Type in the chat box. Just type in the chat box. I'm really curious. It's 118 taka. That means you made it, once you start earning in pounds, you made it 118 times. 118 times. It's not double. It's not 5 times. It's not 100 times. It's 118 times. Right? So if you earn 1 currency in pound, that means you have earned 118 times. Do you understand what I'm saying just right now? Do you understand? If you understand, please type in the chat box, I do. If you don't understand, please type in the chat box, I don't. Okay. Type in the chat box. I'd like to see. I'd like to make it clear. So if you understand it, please type in the chat box, I do. If you don't understand, type in the chat box, I don't. For example, here, let's say it's 1,000 pounds, right? It's 1,000 pounds. So if I live in Bangladesh, and if I earn, let's say 1,000 taka, that means 1,000 taka. And if I live in UK and if I earn 1,000 pounds, that means how much is in 1,000 pounds? So 1,000 pounds into 118. So let me use my calculator. So is 1,000 into 118 equals is 1,18,000. That's right. So that means just all you need to do, you need to change the currency. If you'd like to earn more, what you need to do is you need to change the currency. Did you get me? If you'd like to earn more money, you need to change the currency. Earn in pounds, earn in dollars, earn in euro. So once you start earning in pounds, dollar, and euro, that means you made multiple times your income. Yeah, that's right. So this is how you need to earn more money. Do you understand now? So if you'd like to make more money, earn in pounds, dollar, right? Dinar, whatever. So it's gonna give you multiple times. So yeah, so you need to earn in pounds or dollar. And this is how you can make more money. I think you understood what I mean by that. So, you know, when I started thinking a lot of things, when I was in Bangladesh, and I was thinking, how can I make more money? Because and this is the real story I'm going to share with you. So once I studied history from University of Chittagong, and I came to Dhaka city, and one day I met with my friends in Dhaka at tea stall or coffee shop somewhere else. So I think five of them, five of us sitting in a round table. We are taking, drinking coffee. And one of them was the engineer from Grameenphone. The other was engineer from, I think, Ectel that time. And one of them was businessman. And one of them was engineer, civil engineer. And I was historian, right? And usually, they have a normal discussion is how much do you earn and all that stuff. So that time, probably they're earning like loads of money, like 60, 70,000 taka. And that time I used to earn probably 15 or 20,000 taka. So that time I was thinking, so how can I beat them? How can I make more money? And I was, reading a newspaper, and I found that, on finance space, financial thingy, when you look on the newspaper, you see $1 equal to this amount of taka, £1 equal to this amount of taka. So I was thinking, if I can change the currency, probably I can make more money. And once I understand the whole game, just changing the currency, it changed my whole life. So if you would like to, change your life, if you'd like to help more people, if you'd like to make more money, all you got to do is you need to change the currency, right? So as you have written already, earn in pounds, not taka, not rupee, right? So all you need to understand these only simple things. If you understand, you can make so much money. As I promised you, so you're gonna have two more important classes. Number one would be from Steve. He's gonna share with you how to get a better score in IELTS. And the second thing is our head of international recruitment, Farhana Zahan. She's gonna share with you how to take first step and reach your destination, and how she can help you through the whole journey, right? So you're gonna have two classes, one off with Farhana, the other one with Steve, and the rest 5 classes you're gonna have with me. Are you happy with that? If you're happy, please type in the chat box, I'm happy, right? I'd like to see how many of you would like to be happy to have 5 classes with me and 2 classes from 2 other experts. Okay, excellent. So now we're gonna go for this one more time. I'll ask you the question, what do you do every day? And you need to answer me, and you need to give me 30 sentences. Are you ready? If you're ready, please unmute yourself and answer me the question. So please unmute yourself. 3, 2, 1, go. Let's start. What do you do every day?
In the morning,
Early in the morning at 6 o'clock, there
I get up,
I
brush,
take
keep going.
my breakfast prepare, and then I take my
Have lunch, then I
then I
take
go
a
to work
rest,
for morning work, and then
start walking,
take my
studying,
breakfast and
studying, start working,
I take a cup of coffee.
a cup of coffee,
Myself go to my
watch
classroom
TV
in
or
college. After going to my college, I start my classes. Then
family, take some
after completing a 3 or 4 years, then
read
I
books, chat with
going
daily.
hunting for taking.
Okay, thank you. Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot. So now all I need from you is this. So this is the homework, is 30 actions. The presentation is what you do every day. And all you got to do is you need to tell us what you do every day. You need to practice 10 times in front of the mirror, and then you need to record a video, and you need to upload on a study in the UK, US, and Canada, this Facebook group, right? And once you upload it, watch 5 more videos and comment positive things like outstanding, thank you. And once you get some comments on your video, reply them, answer them. This is how you need to grow together, right? So how many of you really enjoyed today's class? Please type in the chat box. If you really enjoyed it, please type in the chat box, enjoy it. I'd like to see how many of you really enjoyed today's class. Okay, excellent. Excellent. So this is the homework. All I want from you is practice 10 times, upload your video. And however, we have got a YouTube channel and we are recording this class. So if you miss any class or you'd like to go through this class, please subscribe us on Hassle-Free Education. So our team will give you a link as well. So if you miss this class, or then go to the YouTube channel, watch this video because it's streaming live. And if you miss something, still you can get it watching this video. So thanks for watching this, participating in this class today, and I'd like to see you tomorrow, same time. So I'm gonna take just 5 questions. So if you have got any questions, please type in the chat box. Please type in the chat box. I'd like to see if you have got any questions for me. Okay, any questions, please type in the chat box, I'll answer you. So this is the homework. What do you do every day? You need to practice 30 actions, and you need to practice 10 times in front of the mirror, and you need to upload a video. Believe me, if you follow my instruction, you will not have any sort of problem regarding the fluency. And especially if you are scared about IELTS speaking, and we have got so many students, and we got testimonial as well from them. They said after having this year's challenge, like 4 days, 5 days, 7 days, 10 days speaking challenge, once we go through the IELTS exam, we found it is very easy, is fun, because once we practice a lot and record the video on mobile phone, it removes our inertia. It helps us to remove our shyness as well. So that's why I would definitely recommend you to practice it 10 times, record video. I'm not saying audio, but if you feel so shy, probably 1, 2, 3 videos is okay to record audio. But after that, record the video, because first thing is language. English language is first skill, first most important skill, and second thing is social media, right? So I believe that if you go through this challenge till the end, you will achieve 2 skills. One is your English, second one is your social media skill as well. That's I have got from you. Okay, so Selena said, may I talk to you now? Selena, of course you can. If you have got some sort of questions, if you don't like to share with me right now. So I have given my personal number. Everyone else is +44 743 208 9544. You can save my number and you can connect me on WhatsApp. So I put the number here, +44 743 208 9544. +44 743 208 9544. My name is Habib. So you can save my number, and so if you have got any questions, if you feel shy to ask me in front of the audience, that's fine. I do understand. Ask me privately. Someone said I can't speak 10 sentences in one breath. Now, what should I do? Okay. This is not mandatory that you have to speak 10 sentences in one breath, but for the sake of practicing, we are doing it, because a lot of students, they are struggling with fluency. They say, I make 1 sentence right now and I'm not sure how to say the second sentence, third one, fourth one. It doesn't come in my head and it doesn't deliver. So that's why if you practice this way, it's going to help you to remove the inertia and you'll be able to speak naturally. Sufyan said, sir, is this the WhatsApp number? Yes, that's my WhatsApp number as well. Any more questions? Okay, no more questions. So thank you, everyone. Thanks for enjoying today's class. Just I'd like to make sure that you know our Facebook page. I think it's with the link as well. So I don't like to take more time. Thank you so much for your time as well, and see you tomorrow at 2 p.m. Thank you, everyone. Bye-bye.